England.
Yeah.
England national team.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
It's finally happened.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're thinking, what? England?
Yeah.
Like, so it was like, there was a massive trial process for it. But I can't lie, I didn't expect to make it the whole way through. There was like 3 trial stages. So first it started like North, Midland, South. The North, we were obviously the North.
Yeah.
I made it through. Then it was like North versus South.
We all fear something different. But this fear is what drives us. How do you define success? Hey, welcome to Route Talks, a place where we learn about the different routes people take through life, what intensifies their why. And today, I'm with one of the most hardworking, one of the best talents that you could ever see. And he's a goal-getter, a professional football player, and he goes by the name Gee. Hey, welcome to this podcast, man. Like, how do you feel being here?
Man, this is my first ever podcast, man.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous, but man, thank you for having me, man.
That's great. I'm just trying to know your story and also learn more about the football side. But before we go, I always have a question I ask people. How do you define success?
Man, the way people see success is like the bigger picture where you've got the money, the cars, whatever you imagine in the bright lights and stuff. But for me, success is that thing that deemed impossible in your life, but you somehow managed to make it happen, you know?
Oh, that's a good answer. I haven't had that one yet.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. But now this is where we get to know just a little bit of you, what choices you make in life and stuff. But it's just a quick fire question.
Okay.
So I just want to know, like, you have to say like the first thing that comes to your mind.
Cool.
You have 1 or 2 seconds to go.
Cool.
Yeah. So, would you choose to be invisible or read minds?
Invisible.
Invisible.
Yeah.
Okay. Freedom or money?
Freedom.
What's your best childhood memory?
Playing with my friends in Portugal in the park, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you split the bill or do you pay for the full bill?
Pause. First date or stable relationship?
First date.
I'll pay for the full bill.
Okay. Favorite football player?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's every Portuguese person.
Yeah, man. Man. I feel like I grew up with him, man. I've watched him since he was like 17, bro. He inspired me to do what I do, man. You know what I mean? So, has to be him.
Yeah. But guys, before we move on to the main meal, where we get to know deeper of his childhood and stuff, I just want to ask you for one favor. If you could like, share, subscribe, or even comment below, it would help the podcast a lot. Or if you have somebody you think that would fit in that seat right there, just let me know. Thank you. But yeah, G, I just want to know like some of the highlights through your childhood, like coming up, growing up in Portugal and stuff, and the whole you getting into football and football academies. How did that happen?
So, it's funny. In Portugal, I never actually played football. I know, like, I played football in the park with my friends and stuff, but I never played for a team. Never, ever, ever.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's a funny one because I grew up and my first memory of life is football, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was 4 years old. I remember this so vividly, and the Euros were in Portugal that year. Yeah. And man, Portugal had an unbelievable Euros, bro. They beat Spain, which are obviously our rivals. Yeah. They beat hella teams. They beat England in penalties. Like, our keeper took the gloves off and stuff and saved it with his bare hands, bro. Damn. And I remember, like, the day of the final, playing against Greece, and, like, from, I would probably say the equivalent of, like, Liverpool all the way to Manchester. Yeah. Just a line of people celebrating on roads, like all the roads closed, just celebrating the team bus going past, like, And when I saw the way football affected people,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? The impact it brought to the people, and like the passion that people sung the national anthem with and stuff, bro. Like I remember so vividly till this day, like that passion, that emotion, and we lost that day, but I saw the way it impacted people, how the way it brought people together. Like my family is originally from Angola, so we're not even natives from Portugal, but the way I saw like it united different nationalities together, all supporting one cause, I said one day that has to be me, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and then me and my friends, we used to play in the parks. We used to go to the beach. We used to play in the beach, and we just used to dream about moments like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And although some of my friends have chosen different paths now, like I feel like I've still got that child's heart. Do you know what I mean? Where that's ultimately what I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And that's why when you ask the quick fire questions, I said, bro, money or freedom?
Yeah.
That to me is freedom, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't put a price on that, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
that to me is everything.
Damn. How about the life with your family and stuff? How was that?
I remember in Portugal, you live in like high story buildings. I remember living on, we lived in like quite a small, humble neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then we moved a bit further out, still in the neighborhood, but a bit further out. And man, it was humble beginnings. Had a small house, but we had everything, you know. We never lacked anything. My parents weren't rich or anything, but they always made sure that food was always on the table. It was hard though, because I remember one of the times growing up, I remember like my mom asking like my aunties. This is when like the PlayStation 2 came out, and bro, I used to love games, bro. Do you remember like Game Boy and all that stuff? Yeah, man, I used to love all that stuff. And I remember one time my mom was like asking one of my aunties if my cousin had like spare games for the PS2, because she bought me the PS2, but she couldn't like afford games and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, that's how life was, man. It was tough, you know, but I'm really grateful to my parents for all the hard work they put in. But man, I used to spend my time outdoors anyways, bro. Every day in the park, every day playing football, especially in the summer. Because the school holidays in Portugal are so different. They're like from like mid-June to like mid-September, so it's a lot more than 6 weeks. Throughout that time, with the weather in Portugal as well, bro, football every day, park every day, beach every day, bro. I just used to be out from like 9 in the morning till 9 in the night, because that's how it'd be bright that whole time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I would survive on water and sweets every day. I just go to the corner shop, get a bag of sweets for like 20 cents, bro. Like 4 or 5 sweets that would last me, bro. Damn. Yeah, that life was
very humble.
Yeah, man, it was good, bro.
So what brings you to the UK? Like, what age did you come to the UK, and what made you come to the UK?
So I came to the UK when I was 10 years old, almost 11, 2010. My parents, so my dad moved to Angola, where we're originally from. He moved back to Angola because the economic crisis in Portugal, there was a recession in 2007, I want to say. So my dad had to, like, there was just no money in the country. So my dad got offered a job in Angola, which he took. So he moved back in 2008. And then in 2010, my granddad on my mom's side, so my mom's dad, was starting to, like, his health was deteriorating. And there was not really anyone to take care of him. And my mom had an opportunity for a job back there as well. And she just had my little sister. So my little sister at that time, she was 2. So she moved back. And then I was going to move back as well. But my auntie, and which I'm really grateful for, she offered my mom the opportunity to bring me to the UK, because she knew that having grown up in Europe my whole life, it would have been very tough for me to adapt to life in Africa, you know what I mean? So she was like, nah, he comes with me, and yeah, man, rest is history.
What's the emotions through that? Obviously, like, I would feel like it would be a wave of emotions, like knowing, oh, might be going Africa, or no, I'm going to the UK, or you don't know exactly what's happening.
The hardest part wasn't even where I was going to go to. It was leaving what I had, bro. Where I lived, where I grew up, that's all I knew my whole life. You know what I mean? My friends, bro. I remember it. Leaving was tough. I put a tough face when I was like leaving, all my friends smiling and that. And I remember going home to my mom. I just cried. Bro, I cried for hours and hours. You know when you cry to the point you get a headache, you have to sleep at home. Bro, I cried and cried and cried, bro. I was just thinking I'm gonna miss my friends, bro. Like, yeah, and like at first I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was trying to film, like obviously moving to Africa, and then it was kind of like from a week to another. They were like, "Nah, you're going to England."
Yeah.
I was like, but man, I was, that kind of brought an excitement to me because, like I said, my dream with football and stuff, and I knew that England is like the world of football. Do you know what I mean? That's the center. I was like, yeah, man, one day I'll be able to play like in those big stages one day.
So how do you start like going into football in the UK, like making new friends? How do you adapt to moving to a new country? How is that?
It was tough.
At age 10, 11?
It was tough, bro. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was, first of all, the language barrier.
Yeah.
Bro, my English was funny. I thought in my head that what I was saying was making sense. But the people would look at me like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
And I don't even want to imagine what my accent sounded like, bro.
Yeah.
I probably sounded so fresh.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what gibberish I was speaking back then. But in my head it made sense, and that's all that matters to me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I just spoke through my actions.
Yeah.
Back then. People knew I loved football. The moment I came, my cousin, he was a year older than me. So when I arrived, I was in year 6. My cousin was in year 7. So he was in high school. I was in primary school. But I played for his team. So I played a year up.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of spread the word. Oh, that cousin, G, he's just moved to the UK. He doesn't really speak English. But hey, that boy's good.
Yeah.
That boy's good. And like, growing up playing on the streets, bro, all I knew to do is do skills, bro. I had no tactical awareness about football works. But I used to watch Ronaldo. I used to watch Robinho, Ronaldinho, all these players. I used to watch them on YouTube all the time, bro. I knew how to meg a guy. So obviously when I like first played the game, bro, I was megging everyone.
Yeah.
I wasn't going anywhere. They used to get so stressed out. But I just used to, I line you up 1v1, it's a meg. Or I'm going to drop you, like, just drop with the shoulder, whatever, bro. So people, like, got to know me that way. But then as I started, like, learning the language more, I started meeting more people my age. Then I eventually moved back down to my age, made friends there. Yeah, played football with my age group.
And how do you get in an academy?
So then the second team I joined, which is, like, with people my age, there, I had a manager. His name is Jeff Woodward. I'm so thankful to that man. That man took me in like his own son. Like, that man taught me a lot about football. Like, I just wanted to be a striker when I first started playing. Like, my first team ever was in England. I wanted to be a striker because I thought football was just about scoring goals, bro. I didn't know football. Like, I thought I did. I didn't. And he taught me a lot about football, and he changed my position. Put me as a winger, put me as a right back at first, but then he put me eventually as a winger, and it was like he taught me the basics of football, the fundamentals. He taught me tactics. He saw like the diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying? Like, people kind of disregarded, oh, this guy, he's good, but he's only good at doing skills, blah, blah, blah. But he understood that he could actually get something out of me because there was a lot of raw potential in there. He worked on that. He spent time with me after sessions, put on extra sessions, because we lived not too far from each other, and there was a big field. And like after school, sometimes me, his son, who also played for my team, and him, like us three would be like training and stuff. And bro, within one season of being with him, teams started knocking. Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Newcastle, Hartlepool United, York City, like these teams just started getting attention. Do you know what I mean? And luckily I had a very gifted age group as well at my school. When I eventually moved up to year 7 and stuff, we had a very gifted age group, like very good players. And I'm a very competitive guy. You tell me he's good, okay. I have to be better than him now. So I think that drive I had, and I saw the opportunities that were there, opened doors, especially with that man helping me out, opened a lot of doors, man.
With so many teams knocking up, which team did you take and why that team?
So a lot of teams knocked, but a lot of teams just knocked with interest, like, empty words. And the manager's son, he was called Jack. he was like my best friend. He got an opportunity as well, and his opportunity was Sunderland.
Yeah.
And we used to, when we played for our team, our like club team, grassroots team, we used to go to training together. Like his dad, the manager, used to take us all to training. So when he went to Sunderland, his dad used to take him. That's how I was like, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we went to Sunderland, and Sunderland was the only team that was kind of showing like concrete interest as well. So it made sense to go there with him and to play with my friend. You know, play with my best friend, bro. It's stuff of dreams, man.
Yeah. How long did you play for?
Bro, how long were we there for? I think we only stayed a season, you know, there. Yeah, we only stayed a season. Things didn't work out as I wanted, bro, because football went from playing with my friends on a Sunday to now this is real. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to lie to you, it was my own fault.
Yeah.
I got arrogant, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt the pressure. I was 13 years old? I felt the pressure, bro. I was just, cause I knew where I came from, and I knew what I wanted, and like it felt like it was all happening too quick, and I don't know, man. I imagine my life like a movie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I was kind of like in people's faces saying, yeah, like I told you I would be this.
Yeah, that's me.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, I had people that didn't like me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe because I was too friendly with everyone, blah blah blah, as a kid. But there's people that didn't like that. Do you know what I mean? And so I used to be in their faces a bit like, you said I wouldn't do it, and now look at me, like I'm at Sunderland. Look at me, like I'm G. I told you. Do you know what I mean? The boy that came from abroad, I'm doing it. You've always been here. You're not doing it. I'm doing it. You said I wasn't good. Look, backfired, bro.
Yeah.
And that put me down for a long time, bro. Like it affected my mental heavily, and opportunities came after that because, like I said, my name was out there. So then I went to Newcastle, and I went there, but I didn't go. I went as what they wanted me to be, rather than who I was. Like I wasn't G there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I felt something was holding me back.
Yeah.
Like mentally, bro. I had a mental block. Every team I was going to after that it was tough, man. I was nervous. I wasn't myself, man. I was starting to feel down, and then I started getting really homesick. Started missing Portugal, you know. Didn't really talk to my friends from Portugal as much because you're growing up in a different country. As you can imagine, the communication from England to Angola at that time as well was hard, man. I used to speak to my parents maybe sometimes like once every 2 months.
Yeah.
And at home, I didn't have the comfort of like where I live with my auntie and her 2 kids, a daughter and a son. I didn't have the comfortability of talking to them about certain things because they didn't see things the way I saw, and I just often felt judged.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So I used to keep a lot to myself, and man, a lot of dark nights, man.
Yeah. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. At a young age, man.
But obviously, I've noticed, like, I went to a school in Belgium where, like, that's where all the athletes go. Mm-hmm. Anybody who played for Anderlecht, we all went to that school. Mm-hmm. And it's a thing where everybody was trying to be, like, the best. Mm-hmm. You know, I've got the best contract. I've got, you know, the best sponsorships, whatever. But, like, at that age, do you not feel like it's just what it's meant to be? Because it's kids seeing, like, kind of diamonds at an early age. You know, like, a lot of kids get paid at that age as well. Like, their parents are telling them, oh, I got, like, 75 mil for you. Mm-hmm. Do you not feel like that's just what's meant to happen with that age group?
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. But that, you know, now that I look back, that's not how it should be, you know?
Yeah.
Because especially, okay, like there's some people that they have the right guidance. They've got the right people behind them and they can deal with all that. You know what I mean? Like we see people that are breaking through now. Like one example is Xavi Simons. Yeah. He plays for Leipzig now. He played for Barcelona. Like his dad was his agent. They had a full team behind him, a full PR team when the guy was like 12, 11 years old. Not everyone has that. You know what I mean? Yeah. When my friend first got released from Sunderland, my best friend, I was traveling to Sunderland on my own.
Yeah.
I would get 2 trains and then walk half an hour to the training ground.
Yeah.
Where was my support then? When we played some far away games, like, for example, we played Blackburn Rovers away from the northeast, like 3 hours there, 3 hours back. And then you're getting 2 trains back at the age of 13, 14 years old. Who was there for me then? Do you know what I mean? And then half an hour walk from the train station home. Get home, it's like 10 o'clock. Everyone's already in bed.
Yeah.
Bro, who was there for me then? I didn't always, like... Obviously, I'm not saying that people didn't care about me, because they did. But it's like, sometimes that physical support, like someone physically next to you every day, pushing you through. And like I said, like, I was the type of person, I wasn't really open with my emotions. So it was hard for people to understand what I was going through. But I was going through a lot, man. Like, yeah, that's how it is as a young kid. Like, you get to a point, you have to start expecting these things. Like, I get the sponsorships. Like, I'm the one who's realistically going to go to the top. Yeah. But it helps when you've got someone behind you, you know what I mean? Yeah. Someone in the background working for you. So then you can focus just fully on football. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll be so honest, bro. There was days I had to think, like, I used to get a £10 a week allowance, Some days I had to think about, I need to bum train today. If I get caught. Yeah, man. I used to like sit in the, because it was like 3 stops to Sunderland. Yeah. I used to like sit in the toilet, and then I used to like count the stops in my head. So then I was like, after 2 stops, if the person hadn't come out yet, I can like now go and sit down and be like, even if they catch me, all they're gonna do is kick me out in the next stop, which is the stop I need to get off at anyways. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a problem. And yeah, man, because I was a kid at a time, you get away with it. Obviously now as an adult, you try and do that, you're going to jail.
The fines are coming to you.
Yeah, of course.
No, obviously. At that age, as you said, you was doing a lot for yourself to try and make it. And it's hard to hear. I can't lie to you. Like, it's very hard for me to hear, because I see a lot of kids that have played for academies, and some of them even have PR teams, and they've done quite a lot. They've trained every day. They've ate right. They've done whatever. You probably was struggling to eat, and you get released by a team. Most of them like resort to suicide. Yeah. Recently, it's been like very bad with academy kids getting released. And how did you deal with that and not obviously ending your life or anything like that?
Bro, I'll be so honest. Like, I didn't deal with it well, man. I didn't, man. Like I said, even when I started going to like trials elsewhere, I wasn't myself. Yeah. And it was like I was then starting to... I wasn't doing wrong things, but I was getting involved with the wrong people. Like, people get to like 14, 15, they want to start going to the park, drinking with their friends and all that stuff. Like, I used to like be with them till like late o'clock. And then I used to get in trouble back at home with my auntie, because it was like, where were you at? What were you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then my behavior started getting progressively worse at school as well. Like, I feel like I was having tantrums and I was like giving it out to the world as if it was the world's fault. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it wasn't. And I think the thing that helped me to deal with it in a way was the fact that I always made a promise when I left Portugal that for my parents I would do my best. Yeah. So that's what kind of never made me go over the edge. Like, I knew there was something in the back that drove me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I grew up in a Christian household, but at that time, I'll be so honest, bro, I didn't have God in my life. Yeah. I felt like he was doing me wrong. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I didn't see the lesson at the time. I thought, like, if there is a God, then why am I suffering the way I am? Yeah. And because I was so young, life seemed like it was, like, I always used to think about, wow, I'm only going to leave this house when I'm 18. That's so far away. Like, 4 years, 5 years, I'm still in this house. And, like, when am I going to find a club? Every day I'm training and no one's coming, no one's telling me anything. Yeah. When is it going to happen, bro? And I stopped praying, because I used to pray every night, Yeah. And I stopped praying, bro. I stopped looking for God. And I was like, at least when I'm with my friends in the park, I only just think about the foolishness they talk about. Do you know what I mean? Talking about crap, talking about girls. Like, at that time, I didn't even care about all that. But I just acted like I did. Just so I was distracted. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just to fit in, because I didn't want to be deemed as a weirdo. Like, no one does at that age.
Does,
so, man, that's the way I dealt with it. And I wouldn't recommend to deal with stuff that way, but that's kind of how I went about it. But there was a switch at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I don't know how. And it's like, that's why, this is when I kind of realized that I really did need God in my life. It's like, I think it got to like 16. Yeah, 16 after GCSEs. Kind of fixed up my behavior a little bit in school because I was starting to get in too much trouble.
Yeah.
And like I said, I had that promise to my parents, you know. So I kind of started fixing up in school. I knew I wanted to get the grades, and there was a college in Hartlepool, that's where I grew up, where there's like all the bowlers were going there. So I was like, I want to get into that college. When I got into that college, there was a kid that moved from London called Chucks. Yeah, Chucks was... Me and Chucks, the moment he arrived at that college, that was my best friend, bro. But the way... I'm so thankful to that guy.
Yeah.
The way he brought God back into my life, bro. Like, he saw... It kind of felt like a reset. Like, do you remember how I explained about my coach?
Yeah.
And he saw the raw potential.
Yeah.
It was like Chucks saw that. But Chucks was my age.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for someone your own age to push you, like, he was like, even if I don't make it, I want you to make it because, bro, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? And then I had a coach there. He was like very good. He was a very good coach as well.
Yeah.
And he built a very good team. But at first, I wasn't getting in the team.
Yeah.
But Chucks was making me believe in the vision. Like, he made sure I kept praying. He would make sure that I would keep training, all these things. And then all it took was one injury in the team. And we were playing against top of the league. This was like the first game I started for the college.
Yeah.
And bro, I don't know what hit me that day, bro. Like, I was moving, but I couldn't, like, it wasn't me controlling my body, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was floating on the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
I scored a hat-trick in the first half, bro, against top of the league. Damn. And we won 3-2.
Yeah.
And, bro, from that day, it was like, I was just scoring every game. And I was like, I was just like the bench player of the team, do you know what I mean? So to come in and kind of get that importance, that was the first time in my life where I was like, I felt like the main man, but in a humble way. Like, I wasn't the arrogant kid that I was a 14-year-old anymore. Like, I could see life in a different way now. And then next thing you know, England.
Yeah.
England national team, bro.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what?
It's finally happened.
Bro.
Yeah.
You're thinking, what? England?
Yeah.
Like, so... It was like, there was a massive trial process for it. But I can't lie, I didn't expect to make it the whole way through. There was like 3 trial stages. So first it started like North, Midland, South. The North, we were obviously the North.
Yeah.
I made it through. Then it was like North versus South. I made it through.
Yeah.
Then the last one was like, just like the remaining players. And then they were only going to cut like, I think, like 20 more players.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro, I was nervous. But the trial for the final squad was at Nottingham Forest training ground.
Yeah.
And bro, I was just like, I said, God, I know I haven't always believed, but if you're out there and you're watching over me, please.
Yeah.
I said, if it's the one thing, please, just this one thing.
Yeah.
Just let me get into that squad, bro. We done the trials, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I personally don't think I done that well out of those trials, yeah. And normally, it would be the thing that after the trials, you would get a message within like 2 days. Because it was always at a weekend. So it would hit Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and you'd get an email with the response. Bro, it'd been like 2 weeks. I didn't get a response. I was thinking, yeah. I was thinking, nah, man, I didn't come this far, bro. Next thing I know, my coach from the college, he messages me and he calls me over to his office and he's like, I got an email. Do you want me to open it or do you want to open it? I was like, nah, you open it. I don't want to see it. He was like, yeah, you made it into the squad, bro. Yeah. I called my auntie, bro. I was crying, bro. I called my mom. I was crying. I was like, yeah, I made it into the England squad. Couldn't believe it, bro. Made it into the England squad, bro. I was like, what? like England, bro, like representing like, okay, it's not my country, but I grew up, like my teenage years, my most important years growing up were in England, you know what I mean? So there was a pride in wearing that badge. And we played at St. George's Park, which is England's training ground. We met the England manager, Gareth Southgate, which is still the manager till this day. We played against Wales, we played against Albania, Romania, bro. We played against so many countries, played against Japan. We even played a warm-up game against Chelsea, bro. Like, bro, it was mad. Like, bro, it was a surreal experience, man. And I didn't play much. Like, I was one of the worst players out of that team. Like, players, like you said, players came with big backgrounds, PRs, all that stuff. I didn't really have all that, but man, now that I think back, even just being there, so grateful. And from there also came, because like I said, this is where the biggest blessing was. So the final trial was at Forest. Whilst I was at England, I wasn't playing much, but Forest came knocking. Bro, if I hadn't gone to those trials, where I was located in the country, Forest would never see me.
Definitely.
Those trials opened the doors to go and trial at Forest, bro. Nottingham Forest, bro, one of the biggest clubs in England, like historically. And the manager was Portuguese. And I went, it was only supposed to be a week trial, bro. I went to the trial. I ended up staying there the whole, like, 6-7 months or something, bro. Because the manager was Portuguese and I was, like, instilled in the under 23s and stuff. I would train with them all the time. And it was like the trial just kept getting extended and stuff. So I would, like, go back home, come back and all that stuff. Bro, it was the best experience of my life. It was the first time I felt like a full professional. Do you know what I mean? Man, I can't even explain. That was the best time of my life. And it taught me a lot. And I feel like it's because of the faith of those people that I had behind me. For the first time, I had someone behind me. And it wasn't like big people like my parents or anything, but my friend, my coach, people who believed in me, people who turned me towards the right things again. Those are the people that brought me, that I thank them for that opportunity, bro. Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for them, I don't know, bro. And it's really important to have people be like behind you in everything you do. The right people, the right circle. They'll always push you, man. You can't do anything alone. You really can't. We always think we can. We always think we're independent, bro. No one in this life's independent. Because even for you to get up and just make some toast, bro, someone had to farm that bread, the wheat. Do you get what I'm saying? It wasn't you who done it. That's dependence right there. Do you know what I'm saying? You, bro, no one in this world's independent. Even the ones that think they are, they think they do everything. No one in this world's independent. Because even if you do everything alone, you still need God.
True.
So no one in this world's independent.
So you playing at, like, trying out for England and stuff, and obviously I'm Nottingham Forest, so I don't know the names properly.
Yeah, no, it's alright.
But what holds you back from, like, outshining everyone? Because if I'm going there, like, training with England or whatever, because I know you get your minutes from training, right? I'm going crazy. Like, if I have to show off, I'm showing off. Yes. What holds you, like, back from that and just stay humble and play your role?
So when I went to England, this is where it kind of started going wrong. When I went to England, bro, like, we were still, like, at our colleges and stuff. Bro, I had to work on the side. I didn't always have the money. There's games I missed because I used to work at View Cinemas. And the wages went crazy. I mean, I was only working part-time because I was doing college on the side and stuff. So there's games I missed. And a lot of players had, like, the background support, like the parents, like, paying for their trips and stuff. Like, sometimes when we went to games, before we met up with the team, let's say a lot of our games were down south. Like, say, for example, we played Chelsea. It's in Cobham. Cobham is West London. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, I'd have to travel from Newcastle to London a day before. The hotel, whose pocket was it coming out of? Do you know what I mean? There was another guy that was from the northeast. We were the only two guys from the north. And sometimes, bro, I thank his parents. Sometimes his parents paid for my stay. I just gave them what I had. So, like, let's say the hotel was like £100. I'd have £40 on me. I'd just give them the 40, bro. They'd pay for the rest. Like, it was that's the sort of thing that held me back. And because of like what I dealt with in like my academy football days, bro, I had a lot of trauma, bro. I was scared, bro. Like, I was very scared to fail again.
Yeah.
Because I knew what failure felt like. Do you know what I mean? And I know I wasn't that arrogant guy anymore.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, bro, I was confident, bro. Everything I did, I always used to say I'm the best. School, cross country, I'm the best. Athletics, I'm the best. Football, I'm the best. Rugby, I'm the best, bro. Everything, I was like, I'm the best, and I'll show you that I'm the best. And if there's someone better than me, give me till next year. You'll see who's the best. That's how I was. When I dealt with failure at something that I really loved doing, like football, for the first time, nah, man, there was too much trauma involved. So I held myself back a lot. That's why I was a bench player at England, bro. Because I was scared, bro.
Yeah.
And people would come to me and be like, bro, you're good. Just express yourself when you get on the pitch. Like the captain, bro. His name is Ben Goodliff. Yeah. He plays for Sutton United till this day, like in the football league. Bro, that guy, I thank him so much. He used to look after me like his little brother.
Yeah.
He always used to be like, bro, you're good. Just believe in yourself. But I would go in the pitch, bro. I'd be blocked. In training, I'll ball out all the time. All the time. The guys could see it. But it came to games, bro, I'd be blocked. I'd be nervous, bro. I'd be scared. I had trauma, bro. I didn't want to fail again, bro.
Yeah.
I was scared. I'll be so honest. I was scared. And I didn't have anyone to turn to talk about those fears. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't want to open up.
Why not?
Because I didn't trust anyone, bro. Everyone that I've ever opened up to somehow at one point turned it against me. Do you know what I mean? There's people that I've gone to, family members that I've gone to in confidence, telling them about certain things that I've dealt with, and they turned it on me. And then they use the information that I've told you that stays between me and you, then coming out in the family table and dinner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those sort of things, like when they happened, I just kind of ate it up at that time. I took the punch, but then I never spoke again.
Yeah.
So then, if my own family members, who I'm telling stuff in confidence to, are telling it on me, who am I to tell a stranger?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I was scared to tell a lot of people a lot of things, bro. So a lot I kept to myself. That played with my mental really bad.
Yeah.
Like, bro, every time I kind of had doubts over something, fear kicked in at a very big level, man.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have a mental block. I knew what I could do, but I just couldn't do it, man.
Yeah.
Because I was scared, really, really scared to fail again.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying the conversation with G. And as always, I just want to remind you about our sponsor, Ishi. They're the best candle I've had. I literally have them in every single room in my house, and they smell amazing. They help with holistic healing, quality sleep, and also they take the stress off your mind when you're meditating. So if you want a good candle, that's also good. For your holistic healing, Ishi is the way to go. Let's get back. I have a thing that I always say to everybody. I'm like, your biggest competitor is your family, yourself, and your actual competition.
Mm-hmm.
So with you competing with your family or them bringing up everything you tell them, do you not feel like it was a way of them trying to knock you down?
At times, yes. Like, obviously not all my family, but certain members. Like, when we grew up, in my family, like, everyone wanted to play football.
Yeah.
But, man, none of them worked as hard as me.
Yeah. Like,
they were good. Like, my family members were good. Like, my family in football, like, my uncle, were like, with the family that I live with, my auntie, my uncle, he used to be pro. So his son, like, he was good. Like, but he didn't work as hard as me. And then I had a cousin that lived in the Netherlands as well. He eventually moved to the UK. But that boy was good. Yeah. But he didn't work as hard as me. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it was kind of like, not all of them, but there was certain family members that, like, they didn't want me because they started seeing that maybe I was doing things not because I was better than them, but just because I was putting in more effort than them. Yeah. So they were like, if I'm as good as you, why am I not getting your opportunities? Yeah. But they weren't seeing the work I was putting in. Like, I used to come from school and go for runs. Yeah. Like, it used to get dark, I'd go for runs. Like, I'd go in the back garden and just dribble with the ball about, bro. I used to work hard, like, hard, bro. Like, my life would not make sense doing anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine my life where I wouldn't be able to at least say at one point in my life that I've played pro. For them, they had options.
Yeah.
To the world, it might look like I had options, but in my head, there was no options, bro. It was pro or nothing, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I had family holding me, like, no, I don't want to say they were praying for my downfall, but they were definitely not praying for my success.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Happened a lot.
How about Reese?
Reese.
Yeah.
Man. Like, Reese, my school friend, yeah?
Yeah, the one that passed away.
Man, Reese, that was my guy, man. Yeah, when he died, man, that day in school, I remember the day before he died, bro. Like we're playing in the backfield. You know how backfield football is in school, bro. Yeah, man. And me and him, we had a bet. He played for a team a couple of divisions below mine, and we had a bet on who was gonna score more goals that season.
Yeah.
And me and Reese, sometimes we used to have arguments and blah, 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 but that's how boys are. Do you know what I mean? But that guy, he believed in me, bro. Like he was one of those guys where if people mocked the way I spoke, like when I used to speak about myself, like I used to be bold, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna be pro. Like everyone knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And if everyone mocked me, after everyone's kind of gone away somewhere, he would come to me and be like, bro, I believe in you. Do you know what I mean? Like he believed in me, bro. Bro, when he passed away, I remember the day we played in the backfield, bro, we had a good day. That day was so good. I don't know why I remember that day so vividly, but the way we got on that day, bro, like me and him that day, we just laughed a lot. Like it's almost as though he knew his time was up, bro. Yeah. Because he just seemed so thankful about everything, bro. Like he was like, bro, like I know I never say it, but bro, like I love you, like, but not just to me, like to like other people. Like I was like, man, I love having you as my friend and stuff, bro. And then that night he went to meet up with someone, and bro, he had his headphones in, and he just walked behind the bus. Like he was on the bus, he got off the bus, he was walking around the back. And a car was coming from the other side, but obviously you couldn't see what was behind the bus. Yeah. And as he was crossing over, probably looking at his phone, bro, the car just hit him, man. Brain dead at the hour, man. Yeah. Then the next day we go to school. Bro, the whole week was sunny, bro. Yeah. I remember this was a Thursday, bro. It was raining. It was weird, bro. It was weird. Like, it wasn't even like supposed to rain that day, but it was raining, bro. We go to school now. And everyone's kind of like, all the teachers are running around, emergency meeting. But I was like, what? So I go to my form class, which is the first thing we used to do. Yeah. Go to my form class, bro. And everyone's just sitting there like, no one's understanding what's happening. The bell's not ringing. Yeah. So we didn't know what was happening. My form tutor comes in. She's like in tears, bro. She's like, as many of you know, Reese, blah, blah, blah. He passed away in the early hours of this morning. Bro, it was a block. My heart sunk like crazy, bro. I cried all day, man. I saw boys that acted like the toughest guys in the world in school crying like babies that day, bro. Yeah. It hit my friendship group really bad. Yeah. Like we were like hurt for a long time, bro. And then we all used to play with like shirts underneath our match kits and stuff. Yeah. With his picture and stuff, and bro, man, it was tough. That hit me tough, but it gave me an extra drive, bro. Like, every time I played with Reese's shirt under mine, I scored. Yeah. Like, our football team got better because now we had a unity. We had something to play for, do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. And losing him was very painful, but it made us men. It turned us into men. At that time, it turned us into men because we looked after each other, man. Yeah. It was a very like dog-eat-dog world at my school at first because it was so competitive. Yeah. It turned from that to like a little family. Do you know what I mean? But hey, man, his funeral and stuff, seeing his parents. Oh, man, Reese, I miss him to this day, man.
Like, at that age, like, experiencing something like that, it must have been tough, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, obviously, I lost my grandparents before Reese. Yeah. May their souls rest in peace there. But it was like my grandparents lived in, like when my grandma died, I was very young. I didn't understand death. Do you know what I mean? Like, even the way like my mom explained it to me when she died, it's like, oh, she's going to sleep. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then when my granddad died, it was like, me and my granddad, we were very close, but like we lived very far away from each other. I only saw him when I went to Africa, kind of thing. With Reese, it was someone I saw every day.
Yeah.
Every day I was with Reese. Weekends when we used to go and play football, I was with Reese. Like Reese, I saw on a daily basis. And you spend such a good day with someone the day before to then just the next day just find out they're just gone. Just like that, bro. Bro, I cried for a long time, bro. Like it didn't feel right, bro. I was every day, even after he died, I was expecting to see him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just turn a corner, expect to see him. Go somewhere, just expect to see him.
Yeah.
I would send him messages on my phone and just expect him to reply, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would text him on Instagram or whatever. I would just expect him to reply or just read it, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if he didn't reply, I just expected him to read it, bro. Never. It was tough, man. That was traumatic to me, bro. And that was at a similar time that I got released from Sunderland as well.
Yeah.
So it was like I was already dealing with a lot in that sense, but he used to support me through that.
Yeah.
And that's why I hold him dear in my life.
Yeah.
Because he believed in my dream, and when he saw that I was obviously really hurt about getting released and my ego got hit really bad by what had happened, he helped me believe again. Do you know what I mean? So to lose that support system, nah, man, it was tough. Very, very tough.
Yeah. His soul rest in peace.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, man. Reese.
Well, what I was gonna say is, a lot of people, like when they go through like adverse times, it kind of changes who they are, and it changes like how hard they work. I'm pretty sure like I've been through some times that have made me work harder than I've ever worked. Do you think that's what drove you from Sunderland? Obviously, after losing him, you were like, maybe now I gotta live it through and actually make him proud.
Yeah, bro. I felt like I was carrying the dream of two.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because of how much he believed in me, I felt like now I definitely can't fail him.
Yeah.
Now I definitely can't fail him. It made me keep working, bro. It built discipline into my life, losing him. So I don't want to say his death was a good thing, never, but it definitely brought something good into my life in the sense of like it helped me to build certain characteristics that I needed to reach the next level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if you ask me 10 times out of 10, I wish Reese didn't die.
Yeah.
But what his death brought in my life, it like I needed it, and I prayed that God could have brought those characteristics into my life in a different way. But for God, that was Reese's time. Do you know what I mean? And Reese's death brought a lot of like blessings, if that's how people want to see it.
Yeah.
And blessings often are hidden in struggles, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? People think blessings is an angel coming out of the sky and giving you a gift and you open it and blessing. Nah, bro. Blessings are hidden in struggles. The diamond is hidden in the rough. Do you know what I'm saying? People think blessings are this beautiful thing, or it's just a massive thing glaring at you, written blessings like a Hollywood sign. Nah, bro. It's in the very things that break you down that you will find your blessing, bro. You can only rebuild yourself if you fall.
Yeah.
You can't rebuild something that's already built.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Reese's death helped me to rebuild, man. If all the trauma that I was dealing with, I could have quit football at that point, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was genuinely traumatized by the experience, bro. It is tough getting released. Like you said, people kill themselves over that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
His death helped me to rebuild and go after it again. It reset my mindset to go again. It was very tough, but I could feel him there, bro. He pushed me, bro. He really pushed me. We played a cup final for the school. It was our last ever cup final. And we were drawing 2-2. Bro, I was having a shocking game, bro. So this is obviously the year that Reece died. We were in year 10. Well, I was having a shocking game, bro. I was doing nothing. it was 2-2. We were struggling, bro. And a ball just came into the box out of nowhere, bro. I jumped. Bro, I wasn't going to reach that ball, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things, bro. But, bro, when that ball, I don't know. When I saw that ball coming, all of a sudden, I just kept going up, bro. Like, I just kept rising.
Yeah.
And when I headed it, like, do you remember how I said, like, every time I turn a corner, I hope to see Reece?
Yeah.
When I headed that ball and I looked, it's like I saw him there, bro.
Yeah.
And the ball went exactly where he was. And I scored the winner for 3-2. And I took my top off and I had Reece underneath.
Yeah.
And that guy pushed me, bro. He pushes me till this day. I know he's watching over me, man. I know he is. And I know he's proud of me, man.
Yeah.
Because I've never left him behind.
Yeah.
He walks with me, man. And I know he walks with a lot of my friends that were like in school that experienced the same things I did. I know he walks with a lot of them in whatever they decided to do.
Yeah.
I know he's there.
Was he with you in Gibraltar?
He was 100% there with me, man.
Yeah.
That first pro contract, he was there with me, man.
Yeah. How did it feel signing your first ever pro contract?
Man, I didn't expect it, you know. So obviously, I finished uni now, and I have to start thinking about the next step.
Yeah.
But man, I worked hard. Like, you know Henry, innit?
Yeah.
You know Kevin. I lived with Henry, Kevin, my cousin Fabio. They'll tell you how hard I used to work, bro.
Yeah.
I used to go all out every day. Uni, training, gym. Bro, I used to prioritize training more than my last year of uni. I trained so hard, bro.
Yeah.
Days we used to go in the field would be muddy, because you know how the weather is in the UK, bro. I used to work hard. But like nothing was hitting, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing was happening. So I graduated and I was looking at doing a master's at Nottingham University.
Yeah. And
about 2 weeks before I was supposed to move to Nottingham Trent, I just get a message. Like, so I was on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And on LinkedIn, I used to try and message agents and be like, oh, do you have anything? Like, could you help me out? And everyone was like, nah, you're old.
You're old. Yeah.
You're old, man. You're 22. Like, you've never played pro before. 22. What have I got for you? I've got 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds there who are just as good as you, more market value, because football now is a business.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So what you can sell, the person is more important than the ability. A 16-year-old up and coming is more valuable than a 22-year-old that has never achieved anything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. In a professional sense. And there was just one guy who was like, man, I like your videos, I like your CV. Come for a trial.
Yeah.
1 week trial he offered me, bro. He was like, oh, but you're gonna have to pay, like, we've got a place you can stay, but you'll have to pay your own flights and stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm going, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going. I went, bro. One session. I was supposed to be there for a week. One session, bro. Yeah. They pulled me to the side. They were like, yeah, man, we want you to sign, bro. First thing I did, bro, I called Kevin, I called Quaker, I called Henry, bro. I was like, yo, man. They're offering me a pro contract, bro. These man was screaming like they signed the contract, bro. Yeah. Those guys there, they're my brothers, man. They were celebrating as if they signed it, bro. Yeah. That's love. Do you know what I mean? When I talk about those guys, they're not my friends, bro. They're my brothers. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Especially like this day, I say Kevin, Henry, I saw them getting baptized recently, bro. Those guys are my brothers in Christ, bro. Yeah. We found church together. We found like God at a deeper level together. We lived together, bro. We used to eat together, train. These men used to train with me because they saw my vision, bro. Yeah. They believed in it. They trained with me, bro. You know Henry had a bad knee, bro. Yeah. Henry used to train with me, bro. He used to be knackered, yeah? But he used to come to the gym with me because he knew that on my own it'd be harder. Yeah. Henry can't swim, bro. He used to come to the pool with me because he knew I had to do pool exercises. Do you know what I mean? Just so because he believed in it, bro. And this is the thing, like when I was 22 and I was like looking back at a pattern of my life, when I was 12, 13, it took my coach to believe in me. Yeah. When I was 16, it took my best friend to believe in me. Now I'm 22, my best friends, my brothers, man. Yeah. They believed in me. I realized, bro, I need to start believing in myself. Yeah. I would say that my final year of uni, is when I finally managed to deal with that trauma that I had from all those years of academy because of my circle. Henry, Kevin, Kwaku, Fabio, they know who they are. I don't have to name everyone, but they know who they are. Those are the first people that I spoke to about my traumas, and they genuinely helped me get over it. And there was no judgment. And there was no, like, no one looked at me bad. Like, I'm an imperfect person. I've done a lot of things wrong. People that will watch this, they'll know. I've done a lot of things wrong in my life. I've disappointed my family a lot with a lot of things I've done, but they didn't judge any of it. Do you know what I mean? And they believed in me, bro. So when I signed that first pro and I saw the way they celebrated, bro, I could have cried, bro. I didn't cry because I was too happy, man. I was too gassed. In that country, Gibraltar, when I was doing my trials, it was like 40 degrees. It was too hot to cry, man. You got to save that water inside your body. Yeah, man. That feeling was surreal, bro. I was walking on clouds for like that whole week of trials still, because I still had to complete my trials until I signed. I was walking on clouds, bro. I was genuinely walking on clouds. I couldn't believe that for the first time in my life, something I dreamt of my whole life, bro. As a kid, my first memory was football. To then dream of like actually doing it. Different, man.
How long did you stay there for?
A year.
A year?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just stay?
It wasn't as beautiful as it seemed at first. There's a lot of problems, man. Yeah, the league, it wasn't as competitive as I wanted it to be, man. I'm a competitor, and it felt like a retirement league, bro. People were there just for the money. I needed the competitiveness. I needed to feel a drive, and it didn't feel as the way I dreamed about it. So I had to seek something new, and my agent saw that too. So we had to seek something new.
So where are you going now?
After that, I went to Romania, bro. Romania was outrageous, man. The football was amazing, though. It was competitive. It was exactly what I was seeking. And the problem was that there's too much corruption in Romania, bro. Just like a lot of politics, problems with payments and stuff. People would pay you like behind closed doors. I try and pay you in cash and stuff, bro. What am I gonna do with your currency when I need to pay bills back home in the UK? What am I gonna do with your currency cashing in, right? It's not like I can just go and deposit in my bank. You don't have a Halifax or a HSBC or something like that here. So what am I supposed to do with it, bro? I was getting frustrated, man. So it didn't work out. So we came back to the UK, had a trial for a good team here. Worked out, and it didn't. Like, I done really well, proved myself at a level, but there was just no space for me at a team. But now it's January 2024, new year. And man, my agent's working, I'm working, God's on my side, my friends are on my side, Reese is on my back. My parents are with me. Man, we're gonna go again. I don't know, but something's gonna give this month. Watch, trust my words, bro. Something's gonna give this month. I mean,
where do you see yourself playing?
I don't know, but I see a big crowd, man. I've dreamt about it, bro. I swear to God, bro. I swear in my dreams when I think about it, bro. Oh, my dreams are vivid, man. And they're always about the same thing. Playing in big stadiums, in front of people, inspiring the next generation. And that's why, bro, I say that's freedom to me. Worth more than however much money you want to give me. Yeah, money's nice, bro. But you can't replace it with what those memories, I'll carry it for the rest of my life. The money that you'll give me today, you could give me $1 million today, it could be gone tomorrow. I'm not reckless like that, but it could. Do you know what I mean?
Thinking you need an account manager.
Yeah, but it could. Do you know what I mean? That $1 million, and even like, do you remember when you were a kid? £100 when you were like 11, 12. That was a lot of money. What's £100 to you now?
Nothing.
Do you get what I'm saying? So if you give me like $1 million, obviously it's a lot of money. But as your life goes up, if you give a billionaire £1 million, he's gonna look at you like, what are you giving me this for? Do you know what I mean? So, bro, money really and truly, bro. If you chase money, you will never, ever. If that's your only focus, you will never find happiness, bro.
Yeah.
Happiness comes from your dreams, bro. From the freedom. Money will come with it. Believe me. Don't chase just money, man. Chase your actual goals. Money will come with it. God will provide.
Amen.
Amen, man.
So you're currently a free agent now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to get ready for the call tomorrow?
Bro, we working, man.
Yeah.
Believe me, behind closed doors. The ones who know, man. But I'm up at 6 a.m. every day before work. Training, gym.
Yeah.
After work, in the field, training, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it gets dark early now. So by the time I finish work, it's already dark, but we still go to the field. We train.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're working, bro. Working hard. Staying prepared for the next opportunity.
Yeah.
And something will come. I believe, I back myself now. Do you know what I mean? I don't carry that fear no more. So I know wherever I go, as long as I'm myself, they will sign me.
And you know success tastes good, right?
Success tastes good, man.
It tastes good, right?
It's very good.
Well, with what you've been through a lot. Like, I haven't seen nobody that's been through as much as you have. Like, at your age as well, 12, 13. So, what would you advise somebody that has pro dreams, that has, like, all the adverse things they could have in their life is happening about right now? What would you advise them to do?
One, never give up.
Yeah.
Never, ever give up. That dream that you have in your heart is in your heart for a reason. Like, God doesn't plant something in your heart if you don't have something in you to make it come true. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The seed is there. It's planted. The prayer, the faith, that's the water to make that plant grow. Do you know what I mean? So believe in God. Really believe in him, man. I'm Christian, yeah. I know that everyone that will watch this isn't Christian. There's Muslims, whatever your belief is, man, believe in it, man. Really believe, man. Don't be conformed to the world. The world will always make you believe that you can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
I was 22 years old when I signed my first pro contract. Yeah, it wasn't the biggest league in the world, bro. It's still a very small chance, bro. I was 22.
Yeah.
Even if like opportunities present to you, yeah, a lot of people give up by then. I never gave up because I know that was the seed that God planted in my heart. Yeah. So I kept going for it, bro. You got to keep believing. You can never give up, no matter how much adversity you got in your life. Because what you really have to believe, if there's someone out there that is struggling the way I struggled when I was younger, your story will inspire millions. When you see the testimony, yeah, when you hear testimonies, what's the first part of that word? Test.
Yeah.
That's the test. That's the test.
Yeah.
You beating that test will, bro, your idol, yeah? I don't know who your idol is, but I know for a fact that your idol has been through a lot and still made it. That's why you idolize him. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? That's why he's your idol. Because everything that should have knocked him down, that knocked millions down before him, didn't knock him down. That's why he's the one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just gave up at the first step, you're not going to be idolized by anyone. And no one ever remembers what the person who finished second or the person that didn't do it, the person that almost did it. No one remembers them. Yeah. Why do people know LeBron? Yeah. Why do people know Ronaldo, Messi? Why do people know these guys? Because every time these guys almost failed, they kept going. Yeah. Every stumbling block, they kept going. They eventually made it to the top, and now people idolize them for how good they... Like, there's people that are really good at what they do, bro. Really, really, bro. I've seen some very talented people at the very, like, different things, whether it's art, football, whatever. But they give up, bro. And they'll never be remembered. And I know that life is not just about being remembered by everyone and being popular and famous, blah, blah, blah. But, bro, if you're not in the world to inspire people, then what are you doing? You can't be selfish and just think about yourself, bro. Leave a legacy, man. And leaving a legacy is not just leaving millions of pounds behind. Nah. Leave a legacy is that when people look at you after you've left, they'll be like, yeah, I want to do it because he did it. So if there's a 13-year-old or 12-year-old who's gone through adversity watching this, yeah, and you're struggling, you could be the next big thing in this world, but you won't know it unless you give everything. And if you fail at the end of it all, yeah, at least you tried, and you know you've left every stone unturned. But I promise you that if you do all that, there's no way you'll fail. It might take longer than you expect. Because I expected to make it at 16, 17, 18, because that's people my age, Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden, that's the age they made it.
Yeah.
So I was expecting to make it the same, but everyone has their own journey. Yeah. You just got to believe that your journey will lead to something. Keep going, man. You will inspire more people than you believe. You will inspire millions. Just got to keep going. Never, ever give up. Always keep God on your side.
I've learned a lot from you. And I really hope, like, the people watching have learned as much from you. And the one thing I can say is, inshallah, I'm coming to watch a game in a big stadium.
One day, bro.
One day. But yeah, guys, all I can tell you is remember to like, share, subscribe, and be as hardworking as G is, because you will get your contract soon. And yeah.